I'm making a video. I'm gonna do an unboxing video. Never done an unboxing video before, but I have watched a great number of unboxing videos. They're pretty dope. I will be unboxing this Thor that I picked up today at the Dirt Cheap. This Thor is pretty dope. It is when he is Galactus's bitch boy, basically. The Herald of Galactus. He's got a couple new features. I think he loses his eye. I haven't read any of this, but that looks like he doesn't have an eye. And this eye kind of has like more of a scar on it. And this eye looks to be a little more whited out. So that's there in the figure. He's got that dope male armor that I think I prefer on Thor figures. So he's got a little Odin vibes going on with the lack of the eye, and I guess Odin is somehow involved in the storyline because there are the crows that Odin is associated that I think are really cool additions to this figure, and you see them featured here. I didn't know this was a storyline, so definitely gonna try to check out that storyline sometime soon. This is a Build-A-Figure. If you don't know what a Build-A-Figure is, it's toy companies will release a line of toys and put one segment of a figure to entice you to buy the whole line, and then you can assemble them together and get a big dude. They're usually like pretty big. These are all 1/12 scale figures. And the Build-A-Figure for this is Marvel's Controller, who I don't know, but he kind of reminds me of like Thanos crossed with a Sentinel or something. I want this Iron Man because I like these big circle arc reactors on that armor. I'm also a fan of the triangle arc reactor. Other accessories that are in this pack are this dope blue hammer and some lightning effects that are pretty typical to the Marvel Legends line. And then with this Thor, you get the head of the controller, which if I'm going to have any Build-A-Figure piece in a figure that I'm not going to buy the rest of the wave for, I'd rather have a head, especially since, you know, he's the Herald of Galactus and he's just going to be kicking ass and taking names. It'd be kind of cool to pose him like holding up the head or something. I think that'd be dope. I'm gonna pull out my other Mjolnir accessory I got with a Silver Surfer figure from Walgreens. But I guess I'll start cutting this box. Fuck it, we'll do it live. I'm a big fan of the Marvel Legends boxes, but if you aren't aware of what the toy industry is going through nowadays, they're trying to reduce plastic. This is a pretty standard box, so not all figures are getting the reduced plastic treatment as far as I've seen. But there's definitely a move forward to be a lot more sustainable in packaging, so I think this right here is another nod to that the recycle symbol is at the front of the box as opposed to on the back of the box, which I mean it's still on the bottom of the box, but you know, a lot of people have brought up complaint of, you know, why we're not recycling more. But anyway, that's just like a neat thing I like to look for when I open packages, is how they're utilizing cardboard, how they're utilizing plastics. But the package design for the Marvel Legends figures is pretty dope because you can pretty much, you don't have to worry about box damage like at all because it just opens up like this kind of mailer thing. And Odin's excited to see. I wonder if that'll perch on his shoulder well. soft rubber talons, and then I guess it's the same rubber all throughout. The middle definitely feels a lot harder. Crow's a little soft. The beak of the crow is a little softer. But you know, this shell and the artwork is basically preserved in these packagings. And it kind of reminds me of just like a little space shuttle or something. So that's my 2 cents. We can continue talking about the packaging with this backsplash art here. So we got the Thor logo. It's kind of a more contemporary Thor logo. We got this halftone kind of screen print thing. It's kind of cool. Thor is often associated with the color yellow, so kind of cool to see that there. It's a solid logo. While we're talking about logos, we can... This Thor word mark. I'm not sure when this came out, but this is more modern. Thor word mark. Thor logo. Mark up here again. And, you know, you can see in the Build-A-Figure wave the kind of the Marvel A kind of popping out as it's kind of reminiscent of that, the Redbox logo. Anyway, we'll put this to the side, and this to the side. Yeah, so if you remember back when you were a kid opening up packages, a lot of the times you'd see twist ties or little things that kind of go around. So in Marvel Legends, I have seen the reduction of this plastic, so it's like thinner, and often there's cutouts, obviously to make room for the cape, but you know, also kind of a reduction. You could keep the whole thing, but and there's none of those little placeholders or whatever, so everything just kind of pops out. So unboxing Marvel Legends is kind of fun. They often do, yeah, tape on the hands. I don't know how environmentally conscious tape is, but okay. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like just pure lightened out. The other Mjolnir I have, I'll bust out in a second, has like a cool inscription of like why it's like who's worthy to hold it and stuff. I bet this guy kind of fits. Yeah, like right on there, kind of. However you, I guess this big loop right here is the best, but you know. And you can use any freaking effects piece. This one's kind of more translucent, but you can kind of see the plastic buildup on the corners, which I mean is kind of like catches the light a little bit more, so they're like, so that's dope. Let's pop out the dude. There you go. I'll try to reduce the crunchies. The first thing I noticed was this dual tone cape, which I think is pretty cool. Got a little bit of paint damage, but whatever. Honestly, all these plastics look really nice. Like the tunic is like super dope, honestly. Shoulder pads, really like how they've been doing the shoulder pad. Okay, we got a little loop for Mjolnir, I guess. Cool. I'm not sure who the illustrator is behind this Thor comic, but he's a lot more regal looking, almost kind of elfish in depiction, which is kind of cool. He's very light in color. You know, usually it's like a very sunny colored haired Thor, but this is a lot more, you know, kind of lightened maybe enlightened, influenced by the light of Galactus in some ways. The hair and the headpiece are two different pieces, it looks like, but they move pretty well together. And the hair does make it a little hard for the head to articulate upward any more than that, honestly. And the hair in the in the front kind of stops it from going down, but you can kind of put it up like this. Oh, alright, so Thor head is really easy to pop off due to, I don't know, just a lot of leverage that's created between the hairs and stuff. But you could maybe, you know, heat this up a little bit and see when you pull it back, you can kind of get a little more. But torso separated from the chest. Torso and the hips feel really sturdy. Check out the crunch. Forward crunch, not that crazy. Back crunch is pretty good. Hip stuff. This is pretty soft, so you can raise this up and get pretty high. You got a thigh cut. Thigh cut's pretty nice. Ooh, standard double joint knees. Double joint elbows. I guess just kind of standard. They're not, I can't quite tell how butterflied they are, but I mean, you get everything I guess you could need with it. And then that shoulder pad again is made out of a softer plastic, so kind of move it around, throw it around, adjust it how you need to. His biceps are pretty fucking big though. But yeah, I mean, I really like this kind of like leather, like marbling vein on like his boots and stuff. This veiny texture on all of the leather on the armor, I think is really nice. And the paint application's pretty dope. Comes with a couple hands. Let's see if I can get on the stand. It's pretty heavy, but oh, yeah, it's kind of hard. It's like the most difficult thing about this hobby, aside from spending your money, is freaking posing these freaking posers. I don't know. Whenever I get it, I'll get it. Oh my god. His feet do not have that much mobility. There's not much range in the foot at all, so it's kind of hard to get him to stand, because a lot of times you can kind of kick that foot at like an angle and have it be. It's probably the best. Yeah. Oh no. Domino. But you know, yeah, this is the guy. Oh, kind of hard to get this guy in there, but there you go. Fits pretty snug. But yeah, I think I'm done with this video. I don't think I'm gonna edit it or anything. I'm just gonna post it. But here we go. Here's my Thor figure, my first Thor. won't be my last. I really want like a Beta Ray Bill figure. That guy's cool. And then I can have another Mjolnir. And, you know, they only get to have one Mjolnir. But I get to have 3, potentially. Well, I guess Beta Ray Bill doesn't have Mjolnir, but, you know. Oh, that's kind of nice. These little spikes are not really connected to anything, so. Alright, well, I hope you have a good time. That's pretty cool right there. A good evening. He's kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but yeah, I really like how this figure captures the light. But yeah, pretty dope. Good find. Get some sleep, you guys. Howdy.